Hey everybody, this is TotoTube again, and we're on episode number 2 with our Pokemon Black 2 adventure. In our last episode, we got our very first Pokemon while exploring a little bit of Aspertia City, and then we came on to Route 19 where Bianca showed us how to catch a Pokemon for the very first time. And right now we're on Route 19, but before I get started into the tall grass to meet the wild Pokemon, I'm going to explain what I'm going to be capturing. First, I'm going to be capturing on film wild Pokemon battles, which will only be the ones that I haven't seen before. So, for example, I'm going to be filming this very first wild Pokemon battle because I haven't seen it or caught it yet. If I ever see that Pokemon again, I'm going to be sure to pause whenever I run into a wild Pokemon. If it's a new Pokemon, I will then resume filming. So I'm not filming any nonsense or stuff that you've already seen before. If it so happens that my Pokemon will evolve in the battle with that wild Pokemon that I already seen, I will film it, because then I can show you when my Pokemon is evolving. And I will also be filming trainer battles. If I'm going to re-battle those Pokemon trainers just to train or level up my Pokemon, I will not be filming it unless my Pokemon will be evolving. That way, I'll keep the unnecessary stuff out or stuff that you've already seen. So right now, we're going to start on the route, and we're going to catch our very first Pokemon. So here we go. And it's a Purloin, and it's at level 3. So we're going to send out Shelmarai, and we're going to weaken it by using Tackle. And it used Growl, so it lowered my attack a little bit. So even if I do knock it out with Tackle, but I won't because it used Growl twice. So this is going to be perfect time to catch the Purloin. And we're going to reach into our bag. And she gave us 10 Pokeballs instead of 5, which is awesome. So we're going to use a Pokeball and we're going to catch Purloin. And for the record, I usually put the Pokemon that I don't use in the PC and I don't nickname them. So Purloin is one of those Pokemon and I will not be using it in my team. Purloin is a devious Dark-type Pokemon. Their cute act is a ruse. They trick people and steal their valuables just to see the looks on their faces. So they're very sneaky and tricky Pokemon. And I think that's it. But I'm going to look around. If it just so happens, a wild Patrat. So we're going to catch this Patrat. So we're going to use Tackle. And it's going to lower our defenses, but Oshawott can take it on. Come on, Shelmarai, use Tackle. So I think I lowered it enough. Oshawott's hanging in there perfectly fine. So we're going to go ahead and try to catch this Patrat. So here we go. Patrat evolves into Watchdog, or Watchhog. And I'm also not going to be using Patrat on my team. Patrat is a Scout, normal type Pokemon. Extremely cautious, one of them will always be on the lookout, but it won't notice a foe coming from behind. So if you ever want to beat a Patrat, make sure you're coming up from behind it. And I think that's it for this route, as far as I'm concerned. But we'll talk to this girl right here. Know what? I'm searching for Pokemon in the tall grass. That's right. If you don't want to meet Pokemon, avoid the tall grass. And I think we are going to visit one more Pokemon to knock out really fast with Shelmarai to get him to level 7 really quickly. Purloin will use Scratch. It is a level 4, so it's a little bit stronger than the other Purloin that we caught. But I'm sure Shelmarai will be able to take it out pretty quickly. And might take a little bit longer because Purloin used Growl. But there we go. Purloin faints, and we are at level 7. So show him where I grew up a level, and he learned Water Gun, his very first elemental move. So we're going to head out of this tall grass and skip. We'll skip that battle. Right here we have an item and a trainer who isn't going to battle you. Hey, you know about ledge jumping? No. That's so. Well then watch me carefully. From the top of the ledge, boing. It's really cool how you can take shortcuts by jumping off these, right? And I definitely recommend doing that because sometimes it gets to be a pain in the neck to run into wild Pokemon. But if you pick up this item, you get a potion, which comes in really handy. So we're going to head out of here. And we're going to go by here. You there, trainer. And it's Alder, the Unova region champion. My name is Alder. I'm a trainer with a keen interest in the world. One of my goals is to tell people about how wonderful it is to walk toward the future together with Pokemon. And he hops down this cliff when you can only walk down ledges. And you are? So you're Nar from Aspertia City. He checks you out, checking out, see if you're a good trainer. Your Oshawott is a fine looking Pokemon, but you're not exactly a seasoned trainer yet. Indeed, I'll train you a little. Follow me. So, you can follow him. He's got some big hair. In Flocessy Town, it starts raining. It's a little foggy. Oh, that's right, Nar. Are your Pokemon well? Your Pokemon are always doing their best for you, the trainer, so you must always be kind to them. My house is just a little farther. Stop by the Pokemon Center first if you'd like. And I think we're going to do that just to heal up Oshawott. And we can drop off those Pokemon that we caught on the route, which won't harm none. So you can boot up your PC, go to someone's PC and deposit it. So we're going to deposit Purloin in here with Patrat. Oshawott is going to remain the first Pokemon that we have. And you can talk to some people in here. Here's a little advice: keep a lot of potions. Here are some more advice: keep lots of Pokeballs too. I think if you talk to this guy, he tells you about a flashback. I read the help on the PC. I feel I became smarter. Yeah. Your Oshawott is male. I wonder what the difference is between male and female Pokemon. Virgin ears. Can't hear about that stuff. I'm only 10 years old. What are you trying to do? Scar me? I've always saved a record of my adventures so I don't forget what I've done so far. It's a good idea for any trainer. Indeed it is. So we're going to go inside these houses and check out a little bit more of Flocessy Town. Look, a Lillipup. Yep. I don't really know much about Pokemon types and stuff like that. I just focus on raising one Pokemon and charge ahead. But it's kind of the hard way to do things. When I run into a Pokemon that mine is not good against, I can't win anymore. You need to study up a bit, maybe go to the trainer school. As they wandered in search of Pokemon, people began making homes in more places. This ranch used to be a grassy meadow. It's now become a place where people and Pokemon have homes together. So that's really neat. So we're going to head out of this house and go to the one next to it. And there's a girl with a Patrat. On a sunny day, my Patrat's fur gets all fluffy. I can't help wanting to pet it. Seems like everybody here loves Pokemon. The biggest city in Unova is Castelia. I want to take the ship from Burbank and go play there. You're a little too young right now. Even if you have a lot of them, items never weigh you down, eh? And then he gives you a potion, so I definitely recommend going in there. Items in your bag are automatically sorted by type. So he was really generous to give us a potion. You're still out in the rain. So at this point you can go not right. I'm pretty sure you can go left to nowhere. But you can go north. And if you do that, you'll meet up with Alder. But right now we're going to talk to these people and see what they got to say. Are you happy with you're able to train Pokemon? Yes, right? Me too. Thought she was going to give me something. People always think the past and the future would be so wonderful. But the great time we're spending with Pokemon is right now. Indeed. In the morning, my Pokemon come to wake up when they're hungry. At night, my Pokemon get tired from playing and take up the whole bed. Oh, it fills me with such joy. Want to know what Alder taught me? Yeah, he said the Pokemon you throw out at the start of the battle is the one in the upper left slot in your party. That's why I put a Pokemon I want to make stronger or a Pokemon that's already tough in that spot. So that's really neat. My dogs were barking. This trash can is empty. And then you can go up here and talk to Alder. Hey, this way. Shall we start training? By the way, why are you holding two town maps? Oh ho! It's your friend's town map, is it? Your friend is the one with the Snivy, isn't he? It just so happens he was training his Pokemon on Route 20. Well, if that's the case, you should go give him the town map first. Just follow this road. It goes Route 20. And then he waits there until you get back. And look, there's cars now in that garage. You see, in Flocessy Ranch, wild Pokemon might surprise you. At times like that, only your own Pokemon can help out. So we're going to go ahead and rush on over here. And on Route 20 is where you'll find your very first Pokemon battles with other trainers. So we're going to talk to this girl right here. Pokemon battles begin when eyes meet. That's a rule for trainers. And so this guy will be your very first Pokemon battle with a trainer besides your rival. So looks like Shelmarai could use a little healing up. So I'm just gonna use one of these potions, even though it only healed up 10 hit points. So we're gonna go ahead and battle this guy. I think he has a Patrat. You can tell how much your opponent wants to fight by looking at his or her eyes, don't you think? Sure. Youngster Terrell sent out a Patrat or a Patrat. So we're gonna send out Shelmarai and battle him. It started to rain. Water gun. Wow, and Patrat almost fainted in one hit. We're gonna use Tackle to finish him off. I think we might be level 8 after this. Oh, almost. But that's nothing to worry about. So we're going to keep on going. And if you go down here, I think you can pick up an item. I guess not. But this trainer will battle you next. She might have a Purloin. Hey you, have you seen my cute Pokemon? Take a look. She wants you to take a look at her cute Pokemon with a battle. And yep, she sends out a Purloin, so this is nothing new to you. It's level 4. Shouldn't be too hard. But go ahead. We're going to take this out fairly quickly. We're going to use Water Gun. Use Growl on me. Water Gun. Ooh, again, almost taken out on the first hit. We're going to use Tackle because Purloin only has a little bit of HP left. And Shelmarai is going to be level 8. So, my Purloin is cute even if it loses. Sure. So if you go up ahead, you got 2 patches of grass, and then you have a Paralyze Heal waiting for you, and then another trainer. So we're going to battle him too. Feel this boiling spirit? My Patrat is going to amaze you. So this youngster also has a Patrat. And we're going to take him out too. Go, Shelmarai. And it's raining. I don't know if that has anything to do with Shelmarai's speed or how good his water type moves are. But we're going to use Water Gun anyway. Oh, we took it out with 1 hit, so that's awesome. And we're almost at level 9. So I'm going to fight some wild Pokemon, but I'm going to pause the... I'm going to cut it out. But I'm going to train him up a little bit. And so yeah, I'll be right back. And it just so happens that I found a Sewaddle, which is really weird. And it's not weird, but in the previous versions, they weren't so easily found. So I'm going to catch it and use Tackle. And, you know, it's a pretty weak Sewaddle. But I think it can definitely come in handy. So I'm going to catch it. I may or may not use it for my team, but we'll see. So I caught the Sawaddle. That's another Pokemon to add to the Pokedex. Sawaddle is a sewing Pokemon. It's a bug and grass type. Since this Pokemon makes its own clothes out of leaves, it is a popular mascot for fashion designers, which is really neat. And just in case if I want to use it, I will give it a nickname. Doesn't hurt. But I'm going to take some time to do that because I don't know which one I want to give it. So I think I'm going to name Sawaddle. Let me see if it'll fit. It'll fit, but it's a pretty long nickname. I think it'll fit at least. Yeah, it will fit. I'm gonna name Sawaddle Mantacloth because it evolves into a Levani, and it looks like a praying mantis, but they sew clothing, so mantis and clothing, so Mantacloth is gonna be my name for my Sawaddle. So right now, I have a Oshawott, and I have a Sawaddle. And I'm really excited to use Sawaddle. I think I might use Sawaddle, but we'll see how that goes. So, yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna train both Pokemon up a little bit. Maybe Mantacloth up a few levels. Maybe Shelmarai up a level. And I will be right back. So, and I will not skip over anything. So I'll be right back. And I'm back. I didn't do that much training, but I did run into a Pidove, and it is level 2. And I think it doesn't have any real good attacks except for maybe Sand Attack, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and use Tackle because I'm going to catch it. Oh, and it has Gust, so Mantacloth is probably done, yeah. So unfortunately, Mantacloth won't. I'll have to go to the Pokemon Center and heal Mantacloth. But I'm going to have Shelmarai use Tackle on this Pidove. But I knocked it out, and Shelmarai will be level 9 now. So I'm going to go heal up my Pokemon, and then I will be back. So I will see you guys then. Alright guys, so I'm back on Route 20. I'm going to start training up a little bit more. So I will again be back. So I ended up running into another Pidove. But this time I am not going to use Mandacloth to weaken it. I'm going to switch out to Shelmarai so I can catch it. And even though it's a level 2, I hopefully won't knock it out with just Tackle. But it's going to use Gust on me. It only does, barely does anything. So we're going to use Tackle. Hopefully it won't knock it out. And it didn't, so we have a perfect chance to catch a brand new Pokemon. Oh, we do not want to fight it. So we're going to go ahead and use another Pokeball. So I have 6 left after this one. 1, 2, 3, and we caught it! No, we didn't! Pidove is going to be a little bit stubborn. So I don't want to knock it out, so we're going to try one more time. See if we can catch it. Yeah, and we caught Pidove. And, Pidove is a nice Pokemon to use. It is the ordinary bird-type Pokemon that you'll find in every version, but Pidove is a tiny pigeon Pokemon. It's normal in flying, and the Pokedex entry says this very forgetful Pokemon will wait for a new order from its trainer even though it already has one. And, needless to say, Pidove isn't a very good Pokemon, and I will not be using it on my team. So, I will be depositing him into the Pokemon Center PC. So, now that I trained up my Pokemon a bit, Mantacloth is at level 7, and Shelmarai is at level 9, so I trained him up a bit, and we're going to continue on to our journey. So if you go north, I believe you check out this first rock on the left, you can find a Pokeball, which is very convenient in case you run out of one, you know to go there. If you talk to this hiker, he says, "Come on, a kid without a single gym badge continuing on past here, battle with the trainers and Pokemon in this area, then battle some more." So he won't let you through. I mean, you can try past him, but I don't think you'll get too far until he pushes you out of the way. If you go around here, you can jump down the ledges to skip over. In the fall, these little ditches, or little trenches if you want to say or call them, will fill up with leaves, including the one over here, and they'll let you grab those items. But for now, we're going to skip over them because we can't get there. But we're going to enter Flocessy Ranch, where we are supposed to find Eber, or our rival. It's a pretty nice place, besides the rain, because it's spring. But other than that, it's a pretty nice place from here. If I were you, I wouldn't walk past those gates, because then you will find your rival. So first, we're going to actually check out the wild grass right here, and hopefully find some new Pokemon to catch. And the first Pokemon we're going to find is Psyduck, and it's at a level 5. I also have a thing where I don't like using Pokemon from previous versions on my team. I tend to stick with the Pokemon that, the new Pokemon. So we're going to catch Psyduck and catch all the other Pokemon that we meet. But I will be only using Pokemon that are originally from the Unova region. So we're going to use this Pokeball and catch it. Alright, so we got Psyduck, which is a water-type Pokemon. If you're unlike me and you don't care which region the Pokemon are from, Psyduck is a definitely good catch. It's the duck water Pokemon. When headaches stimulate its brain cells, which are usually inactive, it can use a mysterious power, usually psychic or confusion. But we're not going to nickname Psyduck, so I will see you when we find another Pokemon to catch. Alright, so now we ran into a Lillipup, which is almost like Patrat, or almost like Rattata and Raticate, but the only difference is it has 2 other evolutions, so it has 3 forms. And I ran into some more Psyduck before I ran into this Lillipup, and I actually got my Manacloth to level up to level 8, so now it has Bug Bite. So we're going to use Bug Bite and see if we can catch this Lillipup really quickly. So we're going to go ahead and throw this Pokeball. Go, Pokeball! Hopefully we can catch it to add it to our Pokedex and our collection. And we got it! So that's awesome. Alright, Lillipup's data was added to the Pokedex. Lillipup, the puppy Pokemon, is a normal type. Though it is a very brave Pokemon, it's also smart enough to check its foe's strength to avoid battle. And we won't be renaming Lillipup. Now, the next Pokemon that you can meet in the outside of Flocessy Ranch is a Azurill, which is the very first evolution of Marill and Azumarill. So we're going to go ahead and catch Azurill also. It is a normal type and evolves into a water type once its happiness is high enough, I believe. Azura looks really sad because it's a baby and it sits on its tail, or the ball of its tail. So we're not going to use Azuro because it is not a Unova Pokemon, but we are going to catch it. Because we got to catch them all. So there we go. We add Azuro to our Pokedex. There are a few other Pokemon in the outside of Flocessy Ranch, but Azuro is the Polka Dot Pokemon. As I said before, it's a normal type. It swings its large nutrient-filled tail around to fight opponents bigger than itself. So that's pretty neat. And if you want to, I guess you can use Azuro, but I am not going to. And for the next Pokemon that you can catch in this route is Mary, the electric wool Pokemon. And I'm going to send out Shelmarai because I haven't sent him out in a while. So we're going to use Water Gun on the Mareep. Just enough not to knock him out, but lets us able to catch him more easily. So we're going to go ahead and use another Pokeball. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully we catch him. And we were successful. So we got Mareep. If you want to use Mareep, you can go ahead. It is a great wild, or a great electric Pokemon to use. Mareep is the wool Pokemon. When cold weather increases static electricity, its wool doubles in size and the tip of its tail glows slightly. I'm not going to be using Mareep because it is a Johto region Pokemon, but I am going to put it in the box. And for the last Pokemon that you can catch on the outside of the Flocessy Ranch is Riolu. And if you're into using the older Pokemon from other regions, I definitely recommend picking up Riolu because it evolves into a Steel type Lucario. And hopefully this lowered it enough for me to catch it. I only have 2 Pokeballs and it has a very low appearance rate. So I'm going to go ahead and use this. Hopefully it uses Growl or something if I don't catch it. But 2, 3, and we didn't catch it. Almost had it, but it's going to use Foresight. And you know, I think I'm going to use, I don't want to use Tail Whip. So I think I'm going to use, I'm going to throw out Manticloth quickly to see what I can do to Riolu. It's going to use Quick Attack. So it has Quick Attack and Foresight. I'm going to use String Shot to see if Riolu will use any other moves. Hopefully Growl or something. But it seems to just be using Foresight. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go to my summary and check out which one has the lowest attack. Looks like Pidove and Lillipup. Looks like Pidove and Azurill and Lillipup have the least attack. So I'm gonna go ahead and send out Pidove. Maybe Pidove will be able to withstand. He used Endure, which is a good move, and sending out Lillipup Pidove was a bad idea. And this is going to be really tough to catch him because I have nothing to heal Lillipup with. I'm actually going to send Lillipup out. So then that way, maybe Azurill will have enough time to maybe use Tackle if it has it. Well, now we're gonna, this is gonna be a tough one. We're gonna check out his special attack as well. It's 8. Pidov's is 6, so we're gonna try it. We're gonna go for Bubble. And hopefully we won't knock it out. So, well, Rielu's gonna use Endure. And even if Bubble does knock him out, it won't, because Endure will at least leave Riolu with 1 HP left. But it barely did anything. So we're gonna try and use this Pokeball. Hopefully we get Riolu, because it's really hard to find. So we got 1, 2, 3, and we didn't catch it. And Rielu's going to knock out Azurill. So I'm going to just run away from it. But we can't get away. It's going to be really stubborn. So we're going to send out Shelmarai. We'll just knock it out. Unfortunately, Riolu we won't be getting. But in the next episode, we will get Riolu. So, until then, I will see you guys in the next episode, and we will catch a Riolu right in the beginning. So, until then, TotoTube out.